with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. Join us if you'd like. I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. It's for all the Catholics. Ave Maria, Kyrie eleison. I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. I am one with the heart of the mother. I am one with the heart of love. I am one with the heart of the Father. I am one with God. We honor the place in you where the entire universe resides. We honor the place in you of love, light, truth, and peace. We honor the place in you where when you are in that place in you, and I am in that place in me, there is only one of us. Namaste. And now a word from our sponsor.
Now I am. Good morning. I have the pleasure this morning of introducing our music and our message people. Let me tell you, if you were here last night, it was phenomenal, and I'm so looking forward today and afterwards. Now, Armand and Angeline have been here before, so if you've been a part of that, you'll know what I mean. Armand is an award-winning songwriter and an inspirational speaker whose enthusiastic presence inspires us all to love passionately. Angelina's heart-opening and angelic voice draws from many languages. She was classically trained at Indiana University and was formerly with Epcot Center. They are international performers using songs, stories, and humor to remind us now to open our hearts and remember we are meant to experience heaven on earth now.
Good morning. What a wonderful, wonderful way to start this day. And we want every person here, whether you're here for the first time or the millionth time, we want you to know that wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you're welcome here. And I invite you just to take that in, to know that wherever you are at this point in your life journey, you are welcome to come all the way in and sit all the way down, and there will be a feast of love for you to partake of. So the power this month is order, and I'm going to invite you to say the affirmation along with me. Calling on the power of divine order inspires me to go with the flow, demonstrating harmony and balance in my life. And I hope you've heard of this wonderful daily inspiration called the Daily Word, which is available in our bookstore, and you can sign up for it, a digital version online as well. Today, the word is joy. And please say the affirmation for today with me. God's joy blesses each day of my life. The aroma of my favorite foods from childhood brings a happy memory to mind. Hearing the voice of a dear one warms my heart. Looking upon a newborn's face for the first time evokes a feeling words can't begin to describe. While the giddy excitement of a child's joy may now be a memory, the joy I know today still delights me. Each day I embrace more completely the joy of knowing I am a living expression of God. God's life lives as me. God's wisdom is within me, my guide to a deepening understanding of myself and the world around me. The love I share with people who are dear to me is God's love, living in each heart and expressing as each one of us. What greater joy could there be? And from 1 Thessalonians 5:16, rejoice always. And now a subject near and dear to my heart, the prayer box. We have a prayer box on the back shelf of the room on the right, and it has all of the supplies you need to submit a prayer request. And you know, I believe, that Unity was founded on the mighty power of affirmative prayer, which means praying or focusing on what we want more of. So like if I'm feeling down or sick, then I ask for healing. If I'm really struggling with a decision, then I'll pray for clarity. And if I have something joyful to celebrate, I ask for a prayer of thanksgiving. After the service today, I'll be going back to the back of the room and picking up those requests, and I will share those with the other prayer chaplains, and then I'll send them to Silent Unity, where they're going to be prayed for another 30 days. And I like to do this little ritual. When I put my prayer in the prayer box, as I'm placing it in there, I think, now I'm going to let go and let God. I'm not going to tell him how or what all the details are, and it doesn't have to be my way. I release all of that so that my highest good can come to me. And lastly, we warmly invite each of you. See all these purple stoles around the room? We're going to be up front after this glorious service, and we're happy to pray with you one-on-one. Everything that you ask for prayer about is held in complete confidence, and we just invite you to experience that. Thank you all.
What a perfect daily word for today, because we're going to be talking and singing about joy all morning. We had a wonderful time with many of you last night, and we're going to sing a song now called Make Peace. But when I was looking at the words joy, I was thinking, do we want to wait for everybody to have joy, or we want to step into joy before they do? And the same thing is true with peace. Do we want to wait for there to be peace on earth before we feel peaceful inside? No, we want to get it right now. So these words are very simple, inspired by Gandhi. Instead of waiting for there to be peace on earth, make peace within you now. Now, last night, some of you got to meet my inner hip-hop star, and he will come out at the end of this song, because, his name is Tithe Boy, but all my friends call him 10%. Okay. So we'll teach it to you, and then we hope you'll sing along. Instead of waiting for there to be peace on earth, make peace within you now. Instead of waiting for there to be peace on earth, make peace within you now. We got hand movements like the Macarena. Instead of waiting for there to be peace on earth, make peace within you now. Got him going, Mary. Instead of waiting for there to be peace on earth, make peace within you now. If every journey begins with a single step, I'm taking my first step now. If we are to be the change that we want to see, I'm changing myself now. Always a good place to start, the one in the mirror. Here we go. Instead of waiting for there to be peace on earth, make peace within you now. Instead of waiting for there to be peace on earth, make peace within you now. All right, we're gonna get a little funky now. Instead of waiting for there to be peace on earth, make peace within you now. Yeah. Instead of waiting for there to be peace on earth, make peace within you now. Yo, 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 don't wait for peace to come. Be the change you want to see. Gandhi said that, yo.
Wow, thank you. The energy in here is so high right now, I don't know if I can read the announcements. You guys are a blessing. Well, continuing our weekend with Armand and Angelina, today here in the sanctuary at 11:30, they'll be leading us in an angel harp and sacred sound meditation. I can't wait for this. Sound healing can be very powerful and a great way to raise our vibration up. Please attend if you can. You can purchase tickets outside in the narthex, or some sign-ups today are actually in the community room because there's a lot of things set up out in the narthex, and the tickets are $30, and surely will be an amazing experience. Spirit groups are starting up the first week in October. Hooray, hooray. If you're not familiar with what spirit groups are, if you're new or just coming around here, we will be conducting a book study. This time around, we'll be studying the book, The Five Principles, written by Unity Minister Ellen Davenport. Very timely as we transition into integral ministry practice, becoming more mission-centered rather than minister-centered. It's very important that we all understand the Unity principles. And I'm excited because these are small group sessions. There's 6 locations throughout the villages. You can choose the location and the time and day that works for you. And the more of us that participate, the better. Your presence really makes a difference. And so please sign up. Each session also, we have a guided meditation and just a lovely way to get to know each other better. Okay. Spirit group outreach. Oh, how's she on Quantum Living? Okay. Well, I'm going to just mention outreach because that's next on my list. Leave that slide. One of the Spirit groups is sponsoring an outreach today and next Sunday for additional items that you might wish to donate. In addition to the clothing that we usually do this time around, they're requesting things like shampoo, diapers, non-perishable food or a food card. There's a list of all the things they've asked for outside, and your help is much needed in the community and much appreciated. Okay, now we're on Quantum Living. This is really exciting. There's a Quantum Living class starting up again on October 5th, and you might have heard this referred to as Q class, and it's a really, really amazing class. I've taken it, and I have to say that I felt a really powerful change. It's facilitated by Lisa McCarthy. Lisa, would you stand up? Lisa's here today. Lisa has gone through a special training to be a leader and facilitator, and Lisa's an awesome lady. Basically, in a nutshell, Q class can help us identify in a quick and powerful way things that still trigger us, maybe old emotional traumas. I've done a fair amount of work around this, but there's always another layer, and I was surprised when I took the Q class how much more. There always is more to, reveal it, heal it. Amazing. It's powerful, effective, and pretty fast results. So please sign up. It's via Zoom, and of course, anything you discuss in that class is confidential. Lisa, you can see her after, or there's a flyer where you can email her as well. And next up, I think it's only 5 days from now, is the second annual famous chili cook-off. And in just a few short days, we're going to know who's going to win the contest this year, have their name up on the brass plaque, and maybe be on their way to the Rachel Ray show. We actually had sold out, but a few people, thank you for listening last week, did turn some tickets back in. So this could be your lucky chance. There's a few tickets left. And even if you don't care to eat any chili, come anyway, because there's a Mexican train game event happening after everybody has dinner. So please come. Also, I hope you're busy writing in your social calendars, because now, fill in on October 28th. We're having a big Halloween party here. So dust off your costumes or make a new one. There'll be a costume contest. This one is bring your own food, and the tickets will all benefit the sound system. There will be an old-fashioned radio show for a spooky story. And if you are someone that loves all the Halloween stuff, be sure to be here. And even if you don't, come anyway. Okay. And then last but not least, okay, that's the right slide. On Saturday, November 4th, we are having a sacred service workshop and potluck breakfast. This workshop is a two-part workshop. The first part is facilitated by author Tom Labaugh. He wrote the book, How to Make a Powerful, Positive Impact, and he will be discussing the key aspects of his work. The second part of the workshop is facilitated by Reverend Mo, and she's giving us the opportunity to update the sacred service job descriptions to be more in alignment with our new philosophy that we're trending toward, the integral ministry practice, mission-centered versus minister-centered. And even if you're not currently in a sacred service job position right now, please come anyway, because your ideas are always welcome, and you can perhaps help write the job description that you would love to see for when you're able to do some service work. There's a sign-up outside, either in the narthex or the community room, And also, please sign up for what you're bringing for breakfast, okay? Hope to see you at every event. Everything strengthens our community. Thank you.
So before we go into our meditation time, Carla was talking about prayers of thanksgiving, and I would like to give some prayers of thanksgiving. Number one, most of the churches around the country that we've been going to in 2023 have not had the attendance that y'all have here today. So give yourselves a hand. Showing up for the community, because you can't get, we love you on Zoom, but you can't get this community on Zoom, being around people that raise your vibration and help you to feel joy. Also, I'd like to do a shout out to our AV team, who are absolutely phenomenal, and we appreciate you. And it sounds like y'all are gonna be getting an upgrade, although we didn't have them last night, and boy, do I notice a difference with the sound, with them doing their jobs and everything up here. It's beautiful, it's so professional. Even the little windows opening, the curtains opening on the thing, it's just, it's so pro. So whatever y'all are doing, keep doing it. Thank you very, and oh, one other thing. I don't know if this is your typical platform team every single Sunday, but they are exceptional, and we're at different churches all the time, and talk about a centered consciousness in every word you say and everything you say. This is an awesome place, so I hope every 2 years we can keep coming back. So we'll start our meditation with a simple chant. Peace I am, peace in every moment, peace in every moment, peace I am. Not easy to always do, but it's a wonderful goal to set. Peace I am, peace in every moment, peace in every moment, peace I am. Peace I am, peace in every moment, peace in every moment, peace I am. Peace I am, peace in every moment, peace in every moment, peace I am. Peace I am, peace in every moment, peace in every moment, peace I am. And we invite you to breathe in that peace. As we breathe in and quiet the mind, it can be helpful to bring our attention to the breath. Let go of any thoughts, any cares, concerns, and join us being fully present in this holy now moment. As we relax, we begin to hear the still small voice of Spirit, which is always there, more clearly. Reminding us that peace and joy are our birthright. As we breathe in, we breathe in more peace, more joy, more awareness. And as we breathe out, we share that inner peace with the world, while simultaneously letting go of anything that no longer serves us. We are sovereign, for we are one with all that is. Allow the music now to take you on your very own sacred journey into the realm of peace and joy and gratitude. Very gently now, begin to bring your attention to the physical world, this room, your chair, your physical body, the sacredness of this sanctuary, where we come to remember the truth of who we are and share that reflection with each other. This is holy, sacred, conscious community. Thank you, Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, Goddess, all that is. We celebrate in joy and gratitude. And so it is. Amen. Angelina will lead us in singing the Lord's Prayer, and I will speak the Aramaic. Abun de Washmai, Ni de Gadashma, Tete Malkuta.
Thy name, thy kingdom come,
Nukhwai de Savinach.
thy will be done
Aikana.
on earth
Debwash Maya.
as it is
O Barakha.
Give us this day
Haula Lachma.
our daily
De Suknan Yamana.
bread, and forgive us our debts
Washwoklan Halbain.
as we
Aikana Dafnan.
forgive our debtors.
Shwaken El Hayabain.
And lead us not
Ula Talan.
temptation,
El Nisiona.
but deliver us
El Apasan.
from
Min
evil.
Bisha.
For thine is the kingdom,
Ital Ilaki Malkuta. Uhaila Utish Bokta. La Olam Almin. Amen. These words were given to us by our great way shower, Jesus the Christ, reminding us that we are meant to experience heaven on earth right here, right now. And so it is. So, thank you. I love that when the daily word is so synchronistic as today. Angelina has a daily word story she'll tell you from her childhood.
Oh, yes. So I love the daily word because I remember being a young girl and visiting my grandparents, and there was always a daily word on the breakfast table. So I would eat my cereal reading the daily word, and it always seemed to be just what I needed to hear. And then many years later, I found Unity and found that Unity was the daily word, but my grandmother never said, oh, this is from Unity. My grandparents were Presbyterian. And so then years later, like just a few years ago, I was going through some old pictures, and I found a picture of my grandpa at Unity Village. And so when I started going to Unity, they never said, oh, we've been to Unity Village. So I thought that was also interesting.
We think her grandparents were in the closet. And if you think about it, Mr. Rogers was a Presbyterian minister, and yet he spoke unity principles. So my theory is, this hasn't been proven, that unity is where Presbyterians go when they cheat. So today, with the beautiful word joy, joy is going to fit right in with getting high on God, because Angelina and I are going to be talking about lots of wonderful opportunities that we all have to raise our vibration, okay? And when we raise our vibration, we feel more joy. When we raise our vibration, we're kinder to other people.
I loved what you said about when you put a prayer in the prayer box to release it and let go, let God, and no longer have the worries and the fears, because that gets us down
right.
and stuck. So I really did appreciate that. That was beautiful.
Worries and fears are a buzzkill. Whatever high you have, those will take it away. And the Daily Word also talked about, when I have a childhood smell, it brings joy to my life. That smell triggers chemicals in the brains. There's lots of different chemicals. We have a little pharmacy in here. We have a little drug pharmacy. And it's waiting to deal. It's
Right.
waiting to fill us. Now, unfortunately, we have a negative drug pharmacy too, and they're excited about dealing stuff too. And that's what we're talking about, the worry and the fears and all that. Now, the three basic ones that we get high on are called serotonin, dopamine, and oxytocin.
All right, so what are we going to be doing? What are we going to be today?
Okay, well, we're going to be distributing those, helping you get more of those drugs.
We call them happy
We
drugs.
call them, we blanket them all as happy drugs. Now, serotonin is the one that's considered to be the happy drug mostly. Dopamine is considered to be the pleasure drug. And then oxytocin is the love hormone. But we're just going to blanket them all as happy drugs, which makes us happy drug dealers. And it's very important where you put that pause. Because if I said we're happy drug dealers, we
That's
wouldn't get
something
invited
totally
back,
different.
you know. But we are happy drug dealers. You guys just take a little pause.
Right.
So we're going to be talking about a lot of those different things. Angelina, this is one of our favorite subjects, so we're excited to be here and be able to share this topic with you.
Right.
What do you have?
Well, one of the things that I feel gets us high on God is to go to gratitude and be grateful. So, we like to wake up in the morning and say, thank you, God, for this glorious day. These are 3 things I'm grateful. And so that just gets your day started in that joy-filled area.
Especially when, like, for some reason, I got triggered by some Facebook stuff recently. Anybody ever get triggered by Facebook stuff? I got triggered by some Facebook stuff, and I was not in a great mood when I went to sleep last night. I foolishly left my high of the church, which would have been perfect, and then I got home and I got on Facebook. Shouldn't have done it. But anyway, I was kind of in a bad mood. Angelina goes, 3 things you're grateful for? And I was like, ah. And she was right. That's when I really needed it. I really needed to talk about the things I'm grateful for. There's always more of them. But like a sore thumb, that's the thing that sticks out, the negative stuff. So she brought me right back into center, plus a little bit of honey bourbon, and everything was fine. It just, yeah. But eating foods that you love, things like that, those also help release things like dopamine to make you feel better. That we were talking about the smells. Angelina's, one of her favorite highs. Well, let's talk about my favorite high. My favorite high is being around people that get me. You know, the kind of people that wouldn't judge me for this jacket.
That's right. Right. He has pants that go with that. And I said, Armand, let's
Yeah.
wear half of it today.
Drew agrees. Drew agrees. He says, you know what? You know, they're going to be looking at how weird your outfit is the whole day, and they're not going to focus on what you're saying. So this is the subdued version. But when I wear them both together, I feel like me. And so that is one of the ways we get high, is being around people that accept us for who we are. Years ago, I was at a YOU rally, which is the Youth of Unity, 14 to 18-year-olds. I was a sponsor for many years. And when the rally was done, after being around 150 kids plus sponsors, I was literally floating on a cloud. And so I wrote a song. It's a call and response song. We hope you will join us. All you have to do is repeat after me. But I realized that the reason people become drug and alcoholics is because there's a part of them that knows they're supposed to feel high. And if they don't get it from natural sources, they will find it in other ways. And often those other ways end up being destructive and addictive. They don't have to be if you do them moderately, but they can be destructive and addictive. Whereas getting high on God has no side effects or 12-step groups. I guess Unity is kind of a 12-step group for those of us that are getting high on God all the time. Okay, so I'm going to put this hat on because it makes me feel extra high. And please repeat after me. So this is I get high on YOU. 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 I don't need a train. I don't need a ship. I don't need a plane to take this trip.
Take this trip.
I don't need a drug,
Don't need a drug.
I don't need a brew,
Don't need a brew.
'cause I get high
'Cause I get high
on YOU.
on YOU.
I get high on YOU.
I get high on YOU.
I get high on YOU. I get high on YOU. Your little girl
Your little girl,
and your little boy
your little boy
needs to come out
needs to come out.
and feel the joy. I see you as
I see you as
young and wild,
young and wild.
'cause in God's eyes,
In God's eyes,
you're still a
you're
child.
still a child.
I get high on YOU.
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 Follow us and you'll get high too.
Follow us and get high.
Amen. It's a contact buzz. Is that a sign to quit? Oh. Okay, so woo!
Well, let's talk
I'm like, well, I
about
really got
things like-
yakety. What four-leggeds would you like to talk
Yes,
about?
because I'm going to talk about one of those happy drugs.
Happy drugs.
So they did a study. We are animal lovers, so we love dogs, cats, baby goats. We do baby goat yoga. Love it.
Anybody ever done baby goat yoga? It's awesome. As a matter of fact, when we travel around the country, a lot of times churches will put us up with a host family, somebody from the church. They'll have a spare bedroom and bathroom for us. And the question we always get is, do you have an issue with animals? And I always write them back, we have an issue if you don't have animals. You know, and they'll often end up in our bed with them, us, all of them. So, and we're fine with that.
Right. So they did a study about dogs.
The animals, not the host families.
Oh, right, yes.
Okay.
Sorry. So the study was about dogs and what happens, like, when you pet a dog, how they want more, right? So, you're petting the dog and he loves it and you stop and they nudge you for more. So it's because they found that the dogs are getting oxytocin. So we get the oxytocin when we're petting the dogs and feeling that love, but the dogs, and I believe cats too, because cats do the same thing, that when you stop, they want that oxytocin, and so they're asking for more.
Exactly. So yeah, that's a wonderful natural way to get it. Nature is a fabulous way to get high on
Yes.
God. Oceans and forests, and one of the greatest things they talk about is this earthing, where you
Yes.
take your shoes and socks off and you walk on real ground.
Right, because we live in a concrete world. So they say that we don't get our feet in the dirt, in the ground. So it's really good to take your shoes off, socks off, and put your feet in the dirt, because there's all these happy ions that go through you when you do that.
Grass, dirt, sand,
Sand.
whatever. And the thing is, if you feel like you're a little depleted, like emotionally you're not feeling good, you can feel your drugs, your happy drugs are kind of dissipating. Take your shoes off, go outside, walk around a little bit, and it will help. 3 deep breaths is another thing that will help. Your brain starts to activate those happy drugs when you take deep breaths and focus, okay? Which is really just getting in the now. When you get in the now, your brain gives you more happy drugs. And it's kind of like a guidance system. Abraham Hicks calls it your emotional guidance system. If you're in alignment with happy drugs, you'll feel good. If you're not in alignment with happy drugs, you'll feel bad. Here's a great example. Somebody does something that you don't like. That's okay. But the minute you judge them for it, you start feeling bad, which is funny because you're judging them hoping that they'll feel bad, and they never do. You're the one that feels bad for the judgment, and your happy drugs go down right there, and then you don't feel as good. And that's a signal. Like if you had a GPS and you did that, your GPS would go, redirecting route. We have Waze on our phone, and you can choose what voice you want on Waze. So we have dog. And he goes, take your next left turn. I wonder if they're going to have toys. You know, and my favorite thing, like a lot of times I'll pass up where we're going on purpose, and he'll go, make your next U-turn a U-turn. That's almost like chasing your own tail. So check Waze and put that on. It just makes us feel good. And when we hear that dog saying silly stuff, we feel better, which part of it is our brain giving off a happy drug.
You do that really well. You could have been the voice for that. Okay, so let's talk about another happy drug, dopamine.
Dopamine.
Right. So this is a good one for you.
That's right. I have, I call it ADHD. I don't call it a disorder, I call it a condition. And ADHD people have a deficiency in dopamine receptors. They have trouble creating it. So we have a tendency to be constantly looking for our next dopamine hit. Squirrel. Okay.
Right, and actually caffeine, surprisingly enough, gives you dopamine. So if you're depleted from that, like people who have that condition, caffeine's a good thing for them.
And I never got caffeine because
surprisingly.
my mom said I was born fully caffeinated. But actually, when you have some of these different brain situations, you're compensating for having low stimulants inside of you. So you're extra this, and people say, oh, they're stimulated. You're actually compensating for having low dopamine or low serotonin or low oxytocin. And so, yeah, there's lots of these different ways we can get dopamine.
So drinking lots of water is really good for our bodies, really healthy for us. But we read that drinking water also gives us serotonin, which is the happy, gives us
When
happy.
you're fully hydrated, you have more serotonin. If you start to get dehydrated, you'll have less. Again, your guidance system is constantly redirecting you. We
Right.
talked last night about this word pronoia. And pronoia is the opposite of paranoia. And there's a wonderful YouTube song by Carly Pearl on YouTube called Pronoia. And basically, pronoia is, I think it's a conspiracy. The entire world is conspiring on my behalf. You see the difference? And to me, that's what unity teaches, is that everything's in divine order and that God is directing us on our own behalf. It's in our favor. Things aren't against us. It's in our favor. So there's many ways to talk about things being in our favor. There's no such thing as rejection. It's God pointing us in another direction. I think we may have done this a couple of years ago when we were here. That way, when we start to feel disappointed, we'll realize, no, God has something better for us. This too shall pass. As we said in one of our jokes, it may pass like a kidney stone, but it will pass. Okay. Everything is in divine order. That is our go-to.
We love that one.
That one fixes anything, because a lot of times the things won't be going the way we want it, and we'll just know it's wrong. And then we go,
can even talk about what happened yesterday, driving over here.
okay, I'll do a
Because
quick
that's
thing. I
definitely-
want to make sure that we honor the time, but here's the deal. I booked a hotel for last night because we were doing a concert, and I didn't want to drive back to Orlando, and I wanted to be here in the morning. Now, we have a deal that we do not book a hotel if it's only an hour and 15 minutes or less away from our home, because the amount of energy that she has to take to create what we need for the hotel, check in, set up the nest, because she's a nester, she sets up the nest.
It's also, I'm not a morning person, so I give myself a lot of time in the morning. Like, so for example, this morning, we had to leave like 7:30, 7:45, and I got up at 4:45. Because I'm just so, I do my hair, do my makeup, and, I just make sure that if there's any snafu, like, oh, we forgot to do this, or, oh, I ripped my shirt, I got to go mend it, it clears any of that, oh my God, I don't have time for this.
So how many people saw the Barbie movie? A few Barbie movies. So I pulled a real Ken yesterday, and I had to tell myself, I am Knuff. But I got confused. Because what happened was, Angelina asked me right about when we get to Eustis, she goes, why did you book a hotel only an hour and 15 minutes away from our home? And my Ken answer was, I'm not really sure. Because when we're on the road, I have to book them, but I don't.
Right, and we
So-
were already set up for this morning.
So
because
it
of
was
last night.
$120, and she said, what's the deal? And I said, I don't think I'll do it again. We have a system, and it didn't work. So I get to the hotel. We get there about 1 o'clock, and they say, we will not have any rooms ready till after 3. And I said, we have to leave here at 3 because we're meeting Mary to get in the church and set up. We don't want to come back here at night and set up. So I called up the hotel chain, and I said, we would like to get out of the hotel. They go, well, you are past your cancellation time. I said, that's awesome. I'm a Diamond member. Who can I talk to? They said, okay, we're going to call the hotel, and they were going to see if they're going to let you off the hook. If you are, we'll give you your money back. They called, let us off the hook. My mistake got fixed. Now, I don't know if you believe this, but the universe is constantly conspiring
Right.
on our behalf
The
to
fact
get us
that-
what we need.
Right. The fact that we couldn't check in was like, okay.
And I was disappointed when they said you can't check in. Most hotels will let you check in early. I was disappointed, but it ended up saving me $120. All because of this weird thing I did. So anyway, that's the way it works. There's many, many different ways, but one of our favorite ones we got from the Best Exotic Marigold Hotel. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. So we're going to sing that as our closer for the sermon today. Why don't we stand up? Come on, it'll be fun. So it's very easy. We repeat a lot. We'll just help you out. Here we go. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Nothing in this universe will ever last. So if you're feeling low, this too shall pass. Again, nothing in this universe will ever last. So if you're feeling low, this too shall pass. Because everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. We're gonna sha-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la-la. Every happy song has to have some sha-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la-la. Okay, here we go. Even when the darkness seems to hide your way, after every night, a brand new day. Even when the darkness seems to hide your way, after every night, a brand new day. A brand new day. A beautiful sunny day, like today, like today. Here we go. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. We're gonna sha-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la-la. Okay, here comes the tricky part. Even when it all just seems to go your way, don't get attached, it's gonna change. Even when it all just seems to go your way, no matter how many times you saw The Secret, it's still gonna change. That's okay because everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. Just the audience. It's not the end. It's not the end. So if you don't like the weather, wait a day. It's not the end. It's not the end. If you can't believe all they talk about on TV or politics, it's not the end. It's not the end. Big ending. It's not the end. But this is the end.
It helps. It helps. Yeah. Stilts. Okay, it's now time for our offertory, but before we say our prayer, Angelina and Armand would like me to tell you that you want to have everyone to have their music, so they offer CDs on a suggested exchange basis. Please take what you desire, give from your heart, and feel free to tithe in the future if you don't have the funds now. If you are here for the first time, we welcome you as our guest. And as our guest, we ask you not to contribute into the offertory. You are our guest, and that is our gift. Thank you.
And if
And
you're
now-
a first-time guest, please give Reverend Monica a second chance and come back next week.
I think it's the next week. I knew it. October, we'll see her. Okay, so if you would join me in our offertory prayers on the screen. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and I am grateful.
Love, make me an instrument of your peace. Love, make me an instrument of your peace. Love, make me an instrument of your peace.
Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, let me sow faith. Where there's despair,
Love, make me an instrument of your peace. Love, make me an instrument of your peace. Once more. Love, make me an instrument of your peace.
And now, if you join me, we'll say the offertory blessing one more time, this time using the pronouns us and we. Divine love as us blesses and multiplies all that we are, all that we have, and all that we give, and all that we receive, and we are grateful. Amen. If you're here for the first time, we have a blessing for you. Would you mind raising your hand, and then we will give you your blessing? Yes. Okay. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. And we behold the Christ as you. And we hope that you've enjoyed your day with us. Thank you.
Are we ready for the peace song? Let's do whatever y'all do on Sundays. Let's do it. We're going to sing the peace song, and then we're going to sing the prayer for protection, because when you speak, you pray once, but when you sing, you pray twice, and if you do a little dance and jig, you pray 3 times. Let it begin with me. Let that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. So, woo! Imagine now that James Dillard Freeman and the Reverend James Brown got together to sing the prayer protection. A 1, 2, 3, 4. The light of God surrounds us, and the love of God that enfolds us. I am the power of God that protects us. I am the presence of God that watches over us. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. I think I got it now. I am the light of God that surrounds us. I am the love of God that enfolds us. I am the power of God that protects us. I am the presence of God that watches over us. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. Good golly, wherever I am, God is, and all is well. Woo! Happy trails. Thank you, AV team.